All right. Should we tackle the questions now?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Just go straight down. Actually, I'm gonna start from the bottom to the top. More funner. What field or occupation that you recommend people should not date those people in that field or occupation? I know this one. Don't date a fucking nurse.
What?
Don't date
Actually,
nurses.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really? Why?
I'm
You have experience.
Yeah, I have experience. Dated 4 or 5, right? But it doesn't matter. So they
Oh my God.
actually like night shift nurses. I'm letting you know right now. She tells me all her gossip at work, right? And then I started thinking that like, damn, if all the nurses like that are that freaky, why is my girlfriend at the time, because I'm single, Mega Fox, just letting you know, I'm still single. Why is she like the most like passive one, the most kind one? Only lo and behold, she just likes to show that to me, but to her friends and stuff, she's pretty wild and crazy too. But they would like they sleep around with each other while they're at work, 12-hour shifts. They see each other all the time. So if there's a male nurse or male doctor, most nurses and doctors are probably fucking. To be honest with you, they probably are.
So it's just like Grey's Anatomy.
To relieve some of that stress.
That Grey's Anatomy is an actual. A lot of places are like that. A lot.
It's like legit.
So I would highly recommend do not date a nurse.
Unless you want to get cheated on.
Unless you want to get cheated on. And the other thing is, you won't even see them that much.
That's true. Super busy.
You're just, they're usually always busy and working like some long shifts. And when you finally do see them, they're like usually drained. So because usually they need like a day to recover. But by the time they recover the next day, they're doing all the errands that they have to do. And then you'll get them, and like you'll always get them on their worst day when they're drained out and they're always tired.
And then also, just for context, when Kay was counting 4 or 5, that's how many fingers she tried sticking up his, you know what?
Like a prostate.
Prostate exam.
No, that is true, because I remember years ago, I had a buddy that I used to go play soccer with, and he used to tell me with like, you know, it's like, you don't want to be a doctor, because he was telling me how this one guy was a doctor, and he's making a bunch of money and stuff, but he never saw his wife because he's always working, and like he's there for so long that he has like a bed and stuff in his office because he's always just staying there. He told the guy that like his wife is probably at home like fucking some other dude because he's never home.
Probably, most likely.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's not there fucking somebody else in his little bed in his office.
Yeah, probably is. And probably that little bed, office, whatever little apartment complex that these nurses have, because there is room that nurses do use. And
right.
They always say, like, you probably should not sleep there, or maybe you should nap, but nap on a chair, never on the bed. Because they all know that, like, they just
ew.
Have a little quickie.
Yeah.
Like that.
Ew. That's just ew. Nasty. It's nasty.
That's why everybody wants to get the doctorate degree.
Which brings me to my second recommendation. I'll give you another free one, right? I also have experience with this one too. Don't date those airline girls. Because when they're taking flights and they have to stay at the hotel before they have to take the next flight back, right, while they're working, right? Usually the airline, let's say Delta, right, or JetBlue, whatever, doesn't matter. Usually when they fly the stewardess over and stuff like that, they put everyone in the same hotel room, right, and all that stuff. And what they do there is they just basically have like a college dorm type of party, and then they fly back the next day.
Wow.
And you know they're at work, so don't date an airline stewardess. That's
or a
second
pilot.
one.
Or a pilot.
Yeah, because or pilot too.
Because we're at my weekend job. I've seen some like really old pilots pull in with like these young flight attendants, and then I'm like,
oh yeah, flight attendants. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
You know they're fucking, and like that
right.
attendant is not like his girlfriend or anything. Like that pilot has a wife at home. And
yeah.
Probably has a wife in every country.
Yeah, flight attendant.
Yeah.
I was about to say they're probably. I would feel sorry for whoever's married to them. Oh my gosh.
Not that I ever dated, but I know a few who are flight attendants, and they tell me the same story.
That's wild.
Wild.
Yeah.
That they have to say it.
I did used to want to be a flight attendant just so I could just like mess with guys in different cities. Okay, I used to, but that didn't happen. So, but now I know. Now I know the truth. I'm glad I'm not.
That's my theory. You guys have anything on this? Don't recommend anyone?
I would say office workers, especially when they're kind of like managers,
That's fucked up.
C-suite level. Okay.
I'm offended.
That case like shots fired. I'm getting hit on.
My employee.
But not K. We're not talking about K.
Not
Only
it.
because there's always this crazy fantasy that people, have with office people.
I know some of my old employees watch this. Doesn't mean you should shoot your shot with me.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep with his coworkers at the job. He means outside of work,
Maybe outside, maybe in the car.
Parking lot.
Yeah. That's the fine print. He doesn't sleep with his coworkers at the job.
Right.
Outside of work, that's a completely different story.
Oh, I've seen it as well because I experienced that as well. Like, like the stories like some people try to kiss your ass when you're that higher up, right?
Yeah.
But I had the experience of some girls would try to sleep with me to try to get more money.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it does. It happens.
All ages.
All ages. Yep,
ages.
it happens. All ages mess with all ages, and it's just so weird. Everybody has this weird, like, fantasy, I think. I feel like everybody low-key has some kind of office romance or office sex fantasy. And it's like, yeah, I'm staying away from that life.
I don't know. I mostly eat when I'm at my
What was that?
I mostly just eat when I'm at my office. That's the only fantasy. Like begging inside of my office or.
Oh my gosh. Like, what do you do? Like, I would be like, let me record this.
It's so uncomfortable to beg in my office.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. Yeah, wouldn't want to.
It's funny you bring this up because one of my supervisors actually mentioned a story like that 2 days ago, where he's like to work at the location near Boston. And he would smash all the time.
Yeah,
all the
it
time.
happens. It's so easy.
Mind you, this guy's married. So,
yeah,
so
that makes
he was apparently he was sleeping around a lot.
Yep, it happens a lot. That's why I'm like, people don't talk about it as much, but it happens a lot.
Because for the most part, they try to keep it quiet. It doesn't come out until they either get fired or they left or something like that. Like,
yeah, but technically, it doesn't matter like what you do on the low. Someone's always going to find out, or somebody's going to tell, or you're going to tell. Like, there's never any real secrets that stay secrets, in my personal opinion. I don't think so.
True.
Especially in office lifestyle. Everybody gossips.
True. I slept with the janitor. Just kidding.
Okay, like I wouldn't even be shocked, okay? Like
at this point, it's like
our company, both of the companies we had a janitor. They had a facility person, not a janitor. I didn't sleep with.
It's the same thing, just different name.
Right.
right. Wait, so you did or you didn't?
I didn't. I was just joking. Like
you probably did.
You
probably did, Kate.
With the janitor or something like that, or it was the janitor or something like that.
It's still technically an office romance, an office sexcapade.
I dated the HR person before a while back. I dated an HR person, and we were in the same company. Granted, we're not there anymore, but at that one, the only reason why it was fine was because of what's funny is that one we were fine because we're in two separate, completely departments away from each other, right? It was fine, and I didn't have the sexual fantasy. She actually did, and she told me like later after we left that company. That's the funny part. So I always wanted to just bang each other in the office, just have a quick, like after everyone leaves.
Yeah, like that's a legit fantasy, I think.
And I was like, you did? And she goes, yeah, because I don't know. I thought about it. I dreamed about it. Like you just came in, you just closed the door, and I was like, that's crazy.
On top of all this paperwork?
No, because
Right.
Tomorrow.
All these files.
give you guys the visual of her office yet.
Smack me with your binder.
So her office does have walls, right? But all the walls are glass.
Mm.
Okay, are they like where you can like fade, like where it'll frost out or anything?
You can see her in her office.
Oh my gosh.
Window, a glass wall. You can see her. So I was like, I don't think I would, because what if the camera catches me?
Right? Yeah.
That would have been funny if
risky.
like,
Really risky.
Like 10, 20 cubicles, they all have that glass wall.
I mean, it's super risky unless it's your kink. Like, you don't care if you get caught. You know what I'm saying? You just you want someone to catch you in the office.
She likes it when people watch.
That would have been funny. It would have been funny if like the coworker, like all the employees walk in, like they pass by the office and they're like, are those butt cheek marks on the wall? Like where are those
On the glass?
on the glass?
Leaves an imprint on the glass.
Somebody has come clean this glass again.
Janitor's like, not again.
The sun mark on the damn thing. Drawing two suns right next to each other. There's only one sun.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Move along. Okay. What's a group event that you guys hate? Be honest. Come on.
Group event.
Yep. Could be anything.
Group
With
event.
friends or a group event, like things that involve group of people.
I hate
Maybe
this usually
your
comes
friends.
with work, but it's always like those team building or like breaking the ice type.
Oh, I hate
What?
that so
Why would you hate
much.
that? You're so mean, man.
I used to have to organize those kinds of things a lot.
I hate those. Like, we're gonna go around and everyone introduce yourself.
Or are you gonna do these games together?
I hate that so much. It's like stand up, and if your last name starts with like this letter, you go to this table. I'm like, come on.
Yep, stuff like that.
Oh my god. That's okay. Jay, what do you hate? What do you hate?
Family birthday parties.
Shit.
I don't give a fuck about them. I really go because some of my family members are like, yeah, you're gonna come. I'm like, fine.
Damn, Jay got ice in
But
his
deep
veins.
down, I'm just like, I don't want to go. I don't want to see you guys.
You guys are gonna have another kid anyways. You have another birthday anyways.
Right. Like I see you enough already at the fucking like holiday gathering. I want to fucking celebrate your
No one gives a
birthday.
fuck about your 39th birthday,
Right.
sir.
I don't even know how old you are. Like when I leave, I forget what age you are.
What's your name again?
I don't know. That's just me.
It's okay. At least you're honest. At least you guys are honest.
Like when I was young, I can't get away because my parents would force me. Now
mean-
that I'm old, I'm old enough. It's like, no, I'm not going. Like I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah, you went through every single other one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Man, I can't even think of a group of events. First thing I was thinking, like, that's a better answer than me, Jay, because I was like, I don't know, a group event? What the hell? Like, I don't mind doing anything
Especially
with
if
my
you,
friends.
especially
But,
if you
like-
have a big family too.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
my family. All I was thinking was that I don't think a group event I probably won't do, or what I probably would hate is an orgy. That's the only thing.
I don't think you'd hate orgies.
That's too much. It's too much, man. Orgies?
Nah,
I
I don't
wouldn't.
think it's-
Once. I'm fine with one-on-ones. I already
You like that one-on-one intimacy.
struggling with 2-on-1 already. Can you imagine that? Like it was like 5-on-1 or something, or 10-on-1. Oh my god, could you imagine if it was the other way
I
around?
wonder how you
Probably-
take turns.
Yeah, I
Yep.
like a ticket system or something like that. I
Right?
don't
Do you
know.
like
is it
look at each other like,
Yeah,
are we
this-
switching now? Like,
yeah.
high five?
Could you imagine working in that industry and the director's like, you have to stop, and the other guy, okay, you have to go, Mr. People of Color, you're next.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Someone's gonna get left out though, because if someone that in that little orgy that's like really great, why would you want to move on? You know?
Always someone in the back of the orgy just stroking his dick, not doing anything. He's just
Yeah.
Right.
he's just standing there watching in the back.
like a buffer.
He's like hyping everyone up. Yeah, guys, you guys are doing great. Keep going. Oh, man,
Then there's the water boy.
He's just getting paid. I'm just here to get paid.
Right.
You need water break. Water break.
Right.
I can't think of any group event that I hate. I know like there are some group events that I won't go to. Like I'm not gonna go bungee jumping, like that, something like that. Or I'm not gonna go skydiving. Nah.
Oh, I totally want to do all that.
You can always go for support. You don't have to do it. You can
Yeah,
just
I'll be like the buffer in every single one of the OG videos. Like I'll do that. You guys are great.
He's gonna be on the plane. You're doing great. Just jump.
All right, so we're gonna push you out on count of 3. 1.
Be moral support.
Yeah.
You want to know something funny is that, so Jay, that you mentioned family events, like I've missed a lot. Like I've missed a couple weddings, birthdays. And the funny thing is the weekend when we were at Montreal, there's a huge family gathering going on in one of our cousins' house, because I have a cousin that lives out in California and I've never met him. And he always talked about, oh yeah, I'm gonna come visit you guys, see you guys in Boston, this and that. And he finally shows up.
Sounds like Q. Go on.
He finally shows up. Shots fired.
Okay, all right.
He finally shows up. And then like a day or two before we go on our trip, my dad tells me, he's like, oh yeah, your cousin's here. There's gonna have a huge barbecue at one of your cousin's house. We're all gonna go. And I'm like, oh, yeah, about that. I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be in Montreal. I already have plans. And then like practically like all my cousins, uncles were there, and then apparently they asked for me, but yeah. I missed that one, but that was because we already had had our weekend planned.
Yeah, man, you booked.
And it's not like I hate my family members. It's just that I don't really talk to them. Like my little cousins, I don't talk to them.
That's an addition to sounding like you hate. It's not like I hate them. I just don't talk to them.
I just don't talk to them.
That means you would hate them.
No, it just means I don't care. I know what you mean. Yeah. It does sound like it, but I don't know. Like you don't need me there. You have your family and maybe friends. I don't know.
Right.
We need. Oh man, Q. What group event do you hate?
I don't really have one. I think I'm pretty down to try group events. But what I don't like is when they're just boring. Whether it's a bridal shower or anything else, I hate when group events are boring. But I don't have one I don't like. So I'm pretty like adventurous. I'll try them.
Good one. All right, let's move along.
Oh, cheers, guys. Happy birthday, Jay.
Oh, wait, let me get my shot. Hold on, let me get my
Okay, yeah,
Hold on.
Pretty sure those are cold as shit right now. I told you I wasn't gonna touch it.
All right, well,
Everyone's honey mustard. It's spicy right now.
Thanks for letting me know that Wendy fucked up my wood.
Okay, hang on, let me pour this. I finally got that J Park soju.
Oh, nice.
That strong ass soju. I'm just gonna say right now.
We have a J in his car. It's parked outside, so we have and the soju.
So good. Okay, ready? I'm ready.
There you go. Park soju right now.
Right, cheers. Happy birthday,
Cheers.
Jay.
Happy birthday.
Oh, wait. One for the gram.
Okay. Here we go.
Trying to get Q in the shot too. There you go.
Okay, ready? Cheers.
Happy birthday, Jay.
Gracias. Gracias, muchachos.
Woo.
Sí, quinceañera.
Yeah, that's a strong one.
Good. Oh my god.
Dang, I haven't had soju in a while.
I just went out drinking with this friend.
That wasn't that strong.
And
something different.
Sorry. But it was his first time drinking soju. And so he totally loved it. And we were in this like super nice like bar where you couldn't like get in with like a t-shirt, but they let us in anyhow because I had like a t-shirt on. But Yeah, it was first time drinking soju. He's like, oh my gosh, like I've never had this before. I was like, I'm educating you tonight. He's like, we definitely got to go get more drinks again. I was like, yeah, I'm down to get drinks. Totally. Like bar hopping type. But no, I'm not dating. I'm not dating. I saw your faces. I saw your faces. It was a random like, hey, you
Allegedly.
want
Allegedly.
we were meeting for business.
Allegedly.
I was thinking about just reminded me of the story about like bar hopping in my life, and she's like, so we weren't dating. Oh, I was all right. Now you brought it up. It's kind of sus. This is my first time. I never had this before. What, Dick?
He did like text the next day. He's like, yeah, whenever you're down to go like check out some other bars, I'm down. I'm like, okay.
Oh, man. We had a conversation about this last time.
Next question.
Okay. Had your friends ever expose you on someone that you had an interest of, and how did it turn out?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So like say for example, oh Marco, you like her? Yeah, but don't tell her though. All right, good, no problem. Hey, I like you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like that, anything small like that, or maybe you had a crush on this girl for like 5 years, and then your friend went to go tell her, like, Jay always had a crush on you.
I'll go.
Too bad you moved to Canada.
I'll go first. Luckily, that's never happened to me. So, quick and simple.
All right.
Q?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it happen a few times. So
Okay.
anyhow, like my bestie, she's actually my sister. She's like a sister to me. And so there was a guy.
After that? All right, sorry, go on.
So there was a guy who liked me, but I didn't really like know who he was or whatever. And so he was calling my sister, and she would stay on the phone talking to him for hours, trying to like help him, I guess kind of like get to me. And so she had told him that I liked him, but I didn't like him because I didn't even know him yet at all. So she kind of low key lied, but then she invites him to our apartment. And I'm like, what? And this random guy shows up thinking that he's going to get to talk to me. I left.
Damn.
I was going to go see somebody else because I wasn't, I mean, I was going out to the club. I was like, yeah, what's your name? And then I just met him and I left. But she did like expose me like that. I will say this, like later we talked a little bit, but I didn't like date him or anything. But yeah, but she still exposed me, and she would always do that. Like if I wanted to avoid someone and they would call her, and then she would just tell them that I'm like asleep or she'll wake me up to talk to them. They would call her to get to me. Wow. I was like, stop doing this. I said, stop doing that shit. I was like, this is not helping me at all.
Her own assistant.
I know.
You're in queue for number.
It was horrible.
Please wait.
Yes, it's so bad. They kept calling her, and she would just always tell them what I'm doing. I said, do not tell them what I'm doing at all. So yeah, I've had it happen.
Because imagine like random people just show up at her door.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your sister said this and that. I was like, what?
It happened a few times, and I had met them basically in clubs. You know, I'm out in clubs. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm out in a club. I'm not trying to really like hook up with anybody. But you meet them in a club, and then she's inviting them over because they would get her number because I wouldn't give them mine. So she's like, "Oh, I'll get your number. I'll you know." I was like,
Jesus.
Can't get to you. I'll get to your friend instead.
Yeah, right. I was like, "Hey, you can have him. I don't even know him, but you can have him." But no, they would show up thinking they were going to talk to me. I was like, yeah, that's not happening.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, just was bad.
I never, honestly, myself too.
You've never been outed?
Yeah, no.
I'm surprised.
Because I usually tell the girl that I have interest, like right off the bat. If anything, when I read the question, I was
That's good.
I've lost potential because people didn't tell me. Like, you know how many times I get to
really? I thought all the girls that you deal with pretty much are pretty bold and they tell you.
Yes, but there's also a lot of girls who have also didn't tell me that they liked me and they lost their chance, right? Or I lost my opportunity. For an example, like one of my crush that I had a crush on, right? I've always liked her. I never knew she liked me because, like, because she just thought that I would never be into her when she was actually like the ideal girl that I always wanted to look for. And
I remember
but we
that
yeah,
story.
so and then when she moved to New York, we might have to redact that. When she moved away, and then we told each other like after, and we're like, oh my gosh, like
Wow.
right person, wrong time type of scenario. But then,
Yep.
but she wasn't the only one. I found out that a lot of girls liked me, but they just wasn't brave enough to tell me because they just kind of like think that I'm out of their league. And it's funny because it's usually the other way around. I always think that I'm always like not in their league for girls.
I feel like people think that about each other, and we just don't. We kind of make those assumptions anyhow.
Yeah, I always make that assumption, and then like it turns out that like if the girl would have just told me that they were interested in me, they just took that one step, I would have been in a lot of okay. I mean, I can't date all of them, but like I would have had. But yeah, apparently I'm scared to like people to tell me how they feel. Like I don't know, people get really scared to tell me. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe something about myself. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Marco, do you ever know a kid named Joaquin?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Joaquin, yeah.
Yeah, he was in the army, right?
Yeah. He used to be my best friend back then,
Mhm.
and I had a crush on this girl named Alba, right? This was like in middle school. We were walking home, like you know how the kids got out of middle school and they just walked home, right? She was in front of us, and he knew that I liked her,
and he outed you
out. Yeah, he yelled like, "He likes you." He turned around, and I panicked because I didn't know how to handle it back then. So I was like, "No, I don't." Literally just said out loud, "No, I don't."
What your friend started doing after? He just kept walking.
Yeah, we were both walking. He was laughing at me, but
to play on
I was like, "This motherfucker!" I told him like, "What the fuck you do?" Oh man, it's funny because when she turned around to look at me right after you said that, and I yelled out like, "No, I don't. That's not true." And then she gave like this cold look, and then she turned back around.
Are you scarred from life after that? Yeah, that was like scarring from
Yeah,
life.
after that I never talked to her.
Ever since he gets rejected, he just chose that moment of his life, like
It's life.
Well, here's the kicker.
last time.
Here's the kicker though. So there's this Facebook had this thing where like it could find your classmates from like years ago.
Yeah,
And she happened and she happened to be there, like her profile. She turned out to be a lesbian.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
So I'm like, did I dodge a bullet? Like,
Right. I'm not her type anyhow.
okay, yeah, it all worked out in the end. Yeah,
why don't you be like
she swung the other way, and I'm like,
why don't you be like every other girl in the new generation? Be like, fix him. But instead,
No,
like,
that's like so common. Oh my gosh.
he's like, I can fix her.
People always think that. Like, I can change you. I can fix you.
she always hung around her girl pals, I guess.
And you know why?
So now I know why. Yeah.
Makes sense.
She must have been in like a little harem of her own.
And your friend just walking.
Wonder what happened to Joaquin.
He just kept walking. His name sounds like walking.
Yeah, I know. This was like a few years ago. I want to say 11, 12 years ago, because I know he was in the army.
He did.
I knew his younger brother because we used to go play soccer with his younger brother. And we went over his house once, and his brother was there. And I remember he told us when he was stationed, when he was in California for the army, and then he was done with it. He drove all the way from California back to Boston within like less than a week. Yeah. That was the last time I heard of him, like 10, 11 years ago.
His hair was all white.
Yeah.
This dude was stressed the fuck out. Apparently his girl cheated on him, and It was wild.
Dang.
That's military life for you.
Yeah.
Like you're not around a lot, so you know.
Yeah.
Don't date a military guy.
Yeah, there you go.
There's another one to put on.
Moral of the
Yeah.
story. Don't date a
And
military.
I've dated, so yeah.
That was a good callback.
Right.
See, this all made sense.
Yeah.
It all went full circle.
It made sense. Yep. Okay, wait. I'm also going to say, like, for the times where my sister, told people that I liked them and I didn't, I would have to tell them I don't like you. And so it was kind of like, not brutal, but it was real because I'm not going to lie.
Give the cold look that Jay's been haunted by for the rest of his life.
I mean, you got to tell the truth. Like, I'm not going to lead anybody on because she did, or she thought that he would be a good fit for me. I was like, sorry, I just don't like you. And he's like, but your sister said. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, she lied to you. That was it.
All I could imagine is like Jay's life flashing before his eyes right before he's about to get a cold look.
I don't know why, but I keep picturing like a 10-year-old girl talking to a 10-year-old Jay. How old were you in that time?
No, around like 13 or 14.
Yes, I was close. Yeah. Just a 10-year-old girl like girl.
His whole life flashed before his eyes before he got that look.
I have an awkward story. So there's this girl named Kimberly. She apparently when I was like 6-7 years old back in Honduras, me and my older brother Kim, we were at this like wedding for somebody down there, and she like me and him would dance with her, and everybody thought, oh, they're so cute, blah blah blah, right? Fast forward to like a couple of years ago, she wanted to come to the U.S. Right? She looked she was pretty cute, right? Here's the awkward thing: they invited her to America, and she stayed with us.
Oh, for real?
It sounds like a porn scene.
Yeah. And here's
go ahead.
Here's what I really fucking hate. So the whole family, my whole family, they thought she was gonna hook up with one of us. I mean, they were like,
so they invited her intentionally.
Yeah, they were egging. The whole family was egging me on, and my and Kim too, because she was beautiful. She didn't know the U.S. It's the first time, and she was staying with us. And I'm like, you staying with us, right? And the whole time it was awkward because like we would get in the car, like we were taking her to the mall in New Hampshire, right? She would sit in between the car in the middle seat? Back in the middle seat, and it's my brother and me on the other side. And the whole time we were just talking with her the whole time, and they thought we were flirting, whatever. Here's the kicker though, she already had somebody in the U.S. that she was talking to.
Wow.
The whole time. And apparently she didn't tell anybody. She actually left our place to go be with that guy, and she didn't tell anyone.
That sounds like the right thing to do.
She literally left us.
Wow.
Didn't say anything to our parents. Nobody. She just went there. I think he was in New York or something.
And then how did you find out that she had another guy?
Because my aunt was still keeping communications with her. She was texting her, calling her. Apparently, she ended up in New York with some guy.
Deep. You guys can't have her someone else.
And the whole time I'm like, why? First of all, who invited her to our place? Right?
It's like your family trying to set up an arranged marriage.
Right.
The whole time it was so awkward because I didn't know.
Were you like stressed out and stuff too? I would have been.
I honestly felt embarrassed for her. It was secondhand embarrassment because I knew that she didn't want to be there.
Right. Yeah. Because she wants to go be with her guy.
Yeah. She just had this vibe that she didn't want to be there. Like she wasn't like happy and like energetic. She was just like, oh, hi. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can totally tell. Like you can always tell when someone doesn't want to be around.
Yeah. Like I was just being friendly with her. I didn't have any ulterior motives because she's not really my type. But the fact that she did that without telling anybody, she just went to New York out of nowhere. Yeah. It's fucked up to our parents, and it's fucked up to the rest of the family too because she didn't say anything. But I am more mad at the family for egging all this shit on. Like they started all this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, did you guys do all this just so she can like try and hook up with one of us? It's fucking stupid, man. I honestly felt bad the whole time she was there.
Yeah.
I would have just hooked up with her.
Nah.
I know you would.
Dude, she had nothing.
Right.
She had no money, nothing. I'm like, how the fuck she go to New York?
Does she
What the
breathe?
fuck?
Right, Kay, you would have been totally responsible after that. Responsible for.
Apparently, it was some rich dude in New
Is
York.
it a warm body?
She was kind of cold.
How would you know?
But apparently, it was some dude who had money in New York. I don't know. I bet she probably met him and like Facebook.
So, like, you never heard from her after that. She left to go be with this dude, and
Yeah,
then never
she went
heard
to
from.
New York. I didn't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah, she's doing her thing now. I don't even know she's back in Honduras. She's probably still here in America somewhere. I don't know.
Oh wow.
That was just really fucking awkward, and that was a whole month. A whole month. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Wild. Another reason why I fucking don't want to go to birthday parties with families. I don't want to see them.
Yeah. You don't want to be betrothed to someone else.
Right. You might have some arranged marriage happen at the birthday party.
Oh no, that always happens at like every party. Like every single aunts, every single one of my aunts and uncles, like, oh, I have a niece in Vietnam or Cambodia. Like every fucking, even at work, I get that a lot at work.
Well, you get a lot of stuff at work, though, Kay. Like a lot.
Right.
I don't know how people can do that. Like, it's so weird. Like, even out here, my friends are like, they're always asking me, are you dating? Why aren't you dating? Like girls. And they're asking, oh, I know people. I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't want to meet anybody that you know. I don't say that, but I just like,
Probably single for a reason.
I do remember the girl.
Right. It's like being single is like, what, wrong or something? I mean, because I choose not to date, or they look at me, they're like, why aren't you dating? Because I just don't want to right now. I don't have the time. I'm not making time for that right now.
Yeah.
I had a similar story, but I don't know. Yeah, I already told you guys that story.
It's all right. We can move
remember
on.
the fucking ta-da?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Ta-da! I was like, what? I do it again. No, but yeah. Long story short, Q, is that my friend's little brother. No, sorry, little brother. Whoa, my friend's little sister had a crush on me, and me and my friend used to like just tease her and stuff about it, right? Since she was like 10 years old, right? And I've been friends with him for a while, right? And then and because she always had like a crush on me, but she was like a decade younger than me. Well, 9 years. She was 9 years younger than me, right? We're still good friends now. And then one day I went to go work on his car. I still see her from time to time, like here and there. One day I went to go work on his car, and he went inside the house. He came back out, and he said to me, "Hey, what the fuck did you say to my sister? Stay away from my fucking sister." I was like, "Dude, what the fuck? I've been out here this whole fucking time working on his car. You went and said you're gonna grab something to eat and come back. You never even came back out. I finished the car. I didn't see anyone here." He's like, "You didn't talk to my sister?" "No."
Wow.
I was like, "I've been out here with just me and this freaking car." And he goes, "Oh, I thought you said something to my sister."
Wow, dude.
Little did I know, she's been staring at me from her window because she always had a crush on me because she was right. But I always see her here and there. So, and then one day, I told my friends this joke about like, what are the two bestest liars in the world? I was like, number one, a lawyer, because you want them to lie. You don't want, guilty, right? I mean, innocent. And then the second one is a magician. Could you? And I'll prove it to you, because a magician can lie right in front of your face, and you'd be like, "Huh, I slept with your sister." Ta-da! And the friend's like, "Oh wow, do it again." That's the other best liar. So that's why I came up with a joke about ta-da. And then, but yeah, she I'd still tease her here and there. I don't know. She just always had a crush on me. She was younger. She's really pretty, but just I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I just never hooked up with her or anything like that. Ever.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Watching this, it's just so pretty.
You're like,
He's like,
what?
Thanks for staring at me all those years out of the window.
I went like this.
Kay's going like this, but he's winking at her. So you know what I mean? Like,
oh man! All right,
next question.
All right, next question. It's about procrastinating. I'm procrastinating sleeping with my friend's sister. No, just kidding. All right, here we go.
Wow.
What is the one chore you guys procrastinate? What is the one chore that you guys procrastinate the longest to do?